Good afternoon guys, welcome back to Maverick Baking and welcome back to the monthly Degustabox video. Yeah, basically this big old box appears on my doorstep once a month and we open it, we see what all of the mystery food is inside it. It could be snacks, it could be drinks, it could be cereal, it could be meal ideas, cooking ingredients. Let's see what's inside, let's taste it, let's review it, let's complain about it. Let's go. As always, we open up our Degustabox and we get a little sheet of paper inside that tells us everything that's going to be inside the box, how much it costs, blah blah blah, but we do like to keep things a surprise in this channel, so let's just it really wasn't as dramatic or effective as I'd hoped. Let's just forget about that. The first product we have picked up out of this month's box is the Free From Kitchen's Salted Caramel Chalk Slab. Now I'm guessing chalk stands for chocolate and not, you know, the kind of chalk that you used on a blackboard, but the Degustabox has disappointed me in similar ways before. So this is a deliciously indulgent milk chocolate alternative with subtle hints of salty caramel. Okay. He's not pleased to see me. This is what it looks like close up. Very, very plain, no kind of pattern, no printing, nothing kind of embossed on the surface or anything. Has a decent snap to it, it's nice and shiny, so it's been tempered quite well. Let's give it a taste. That's not great. The texture is absolutely terrible. It basically doesn't really melt. You know, typically milk chocolate is very smooth and creamy. You don't really have to chew it. This is providing a really weird kind of almost chalky texture. Again, I'll try and give you a close-up, but I don't know how this lighting is going to work with it. On the inside, you can kind of detect those tiny crunchy pieces of salted caramel, but it's not great. The chocolate taste is very flat. It's a kind of cocoa powder taste. You know, there isn't that kind of rich mouthfeel from it. You get a little bit of a caramel taste, and you do definitely get some sea salt in there. It's not too sweet or anything. I saw in the ingredients that it contains rice flour. I don't know why it would need to contain any kind of flour, because chocolate is naturally gluten-free anyway. It's all very strange. It's not great. Not a fan. Anyway, let's move on. So we have another bar of chocolate in here. Now this one is also a little bit kind of limp. Okay, so this one at least looks a bit more appealing. It's broken into just 1,000 pieces here, but we at least have some kind of definitive chunks on this bar. Other than that, it's about the same kind of thickness, smooth on the back. Again, good snap, decent shine. Isn't going to taste good though. The answer is no. The chocolate almost has a kind of stale taste to it. It's just really flat. Even though it does have some cocoa butter and some fat content in there, there's absolutely nothing indulgent about that. Again, there's that weird kind of flat, savoury taste. It's probably from the rice flour. I don't understand. Most conventional 70% dark chocolate bars are dairy-free and gluten-free, and they taste fantastic. This is worse than all of those and probably more expensive. I really don't understand. It's definitely a no from me. It's even worse than the last one. Moving on, we have a couple of bags of snacks from a brand that I recently reviewed on the channel. If you haven't seen my review of the Mavericks snacks, you can find a link to it up here. These were absolutely terrible. It was basically an orange flavoured bag of Wotsits, as in the product was orange flavoured, not the bag was flavoured. If you've ever had Wotsits or Cheetos or any similar kind of puffed corn or wheat snack, that sweetened with added orange flavouring, it was absolutely terrible, and I will not be tasting them ever again. The other snack we have from Mavericks in here are their Rocket Red Bread Cakes. Now again, I love the branding that these guys have. I love the big thunderbolt. I think the colours are great. I think the name's great. But the food was fairly terrible. They smell like nothing. Did you ever play with Play-Doh or plasticine as a child, or some kind of coloured modelling clay? Because that's exactly what these look like. And it's not far off what they smell like. It's basically a plain breadstick. There is absolutely no flavour from the 4% of beetroot powder that's giving it that kind of mildly appetising colour. Yeah. Meh. Moving on, We have a condiment in here. We have Hellmann's chili mayonnaise. So this is made using Tabasco from the McElhenny Co brand, which I think is probably the most famous Tabasco brand from what I've seen at least. So yeah, nothing much to report here, just a chili flavored mayonnaise. I like chili, I like Tabasco, I like mayonnaise, so while I'm not gonna kind of squeeze this into my mouth and taste it for you guys right now because that would be fairly rancid, I look forward to trying that. We have okay, so I've actually had to check the sheet of paper because this was looking slightly worrying. Let me just show you what this is. There's absolutely no branding here and it's in a clear see-through plastic bag. I checked the little sheet of paper that I ripped up and it says this is a mystery product, lentil, corn, pea and black bean tortillas. I mean, they look kind of moldy. Let's give them a try though. They're certainly salty. Honestly, they're actually not too bad. They're crunchy, a little bit thicker than your typical tortilla chip, and obviously a bit uglier. But there's a good amount of seasoning on there. Basically, if you just need to dunk something into a dip, or you just want some kind of salty crunch, they do kind of have the texture of a very thin rice cake or corn cake, more so than a tortilla chip, but I've certainly eaten worse. I mean, I can't really recommend you guys to go and try this because I literally don't know what it is. Might have just poisoned myself. No idea. But they're not too bad. So we have another kind of savoury looking snack in here. These are the Savoursmith's Truffle and Rosemary Potato Crisps. Now, I am a big fan of this packaging. So this is a British brand boasting fiendishly flirty flavours. The packaging is kind of cool. It's a great colour. Truffle and rosemary sounds very promising. Rosemary is my favourite herb because, you know, we all have a favourite herb. Fuck. That'll be the truffle then. I do like truffle. It has a very kind of strong, almost mushroomy taste to me. Obviously I don't eat it much because I'm broke, but that's certainly a very truffly smell. They look good, they look like they're gonna have a decent kind of crunch to them. Let's see how they taste. Wow, that truffle is fierce. So these do also contain mushroom extract, which could be giving it that really big kind of ballsy, super earthy flavour. It's certainly an impressive level of flavour to get into a crisp, and definitely quite a sophisticated one. The rosemary is there, but it is definitely overshadowed by that big ballsy truffle mushroom flavour. I don't think these would be the first flavour I would pick up, but I would certainly recommend them if you do like the taste of truffle, or you want to try something a bit kind of fancy. Let's move on though. We have another savoury crunchy snack, and then we're on to some other kind of exciting things, so let's get this one out of the way. These are Thai sweet chili crunchy chickpeas with caramelized pumpkin seeds and red onion. So these are made by the Garbanzo Gourmet Snacking brand. Tear me, share me, save me, love me, enjoy every bite of our snacks, knowing we only use the best vegan and gluten-free ingredients, keeping you fuller for longer. That sounds like a challenge. It smells like a rabbit's cage. I actually like chickpeas, I like pumpkin seeds. Let me show you what these look like. They're very small, they're very kind of beige. Oh wow, they're not even slightly crunchy. Mmm. Holy shit, they are bad. The little seeds, or whatever the feck they are quite crunchy. But the chickpeas themselves are just dry. If you were to cook chickpeas, or to open a tin of chickpeas, leave them out on a flat surface, dry, for like 3 days, that's what I imagine the texture would be like. There's a little bit of a kind of garlic, smoked paprika, onion, but there's absolutely no heat or spice from those chilies whatsoever. To make the kind of dried out texture even worse, as soon as your saliva gets involved when you're chewing, they kind of rehydrate into this horrendous bland paste that kind of sticks to every tooth and square centimetre of your mouth. It's a terrible experience, basically. Let's move on. Okay, in here we have a couple of other things. So we have some things wrapped in bubble wrap. Newman's Own Italian dressing. So it says that all profits from this brand go to charity, which is kind of cool. The dressing, because it's been partially shaken up, looks slightly disgusting, but I know it's just a typical I know it's just a typical kind of vinaigrette made with, yeah, red wine vinegar, olive oil and some garlic. Yeah, I mean, not super exciting, but I do eat salads from time to time. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know. So yeah, I'll get some use out of that. Next, we have another product wrapped up in bubble wrap, as you can hear. So this is strawberry and basil sparkling water made by Colibri. Look at this bottle. Isn't it pretty? It's really pretty. So there's a hummingbird just fucking... I love the way he's not even on it, like in the classic hummingbird pose of like... He's on that bottle like, bitch, I'm a hummingbird! So it says that this is to be tailored with Colibri drops. And I've just noticed this thing at the top isn't just a lid. It has like... oh, okay. It says push... Oh! What? Oh my god, what is happening? What is happening here, boys? The top says push gently, but it all just kind of squeezed out the side. Am I supposed to take this lid thing off first? Does this go in here? But it doesn't smell like strawberries. It kind of smells like just pizza herbs. Let's give it a taste. It's definitely more basil than strawberry. It's a very herby flavour, very earthy flavour. It's fine. It's not particularly sweet, probably because we poured half of that sugar syrup all over the floor. So the actual water is flavoured water. The stuff that we squeezed in was just like a sweetened sugar syrup solution to make it sweeter. Just put it in the bottle? Moving on, we have a slightly more conventional fizzy drink in here in Lucozade. So this is the watermelon and strawberry flavour. Now, I'm not a big Lucozade fan, but I do want to try this flavour because I believe it's new. And honestly, I need something to kind of calm me down after that Colibri experience. It smells very watermelony. And I really like the packaging because it looks like a watermelon. Wow. Obviously, it's a bit unfair to compare this to the Super Posh drink, but it tastes better than the Super Posh drink. Full Lucozade goodness. Would recommend. So we have 3 more products left in this month's Degustabox, one of which is a third fizzy drink. So this is DRGN, Turmeric Infused Super Drink Citrus. I'm guessing it's supposed to say dragon? This is the packaging. Very minimalist, very kind of... like if Kim Kardashian made fizzy drinks, it would probably look like this. So it's a carbonated turmeric-infused citrus-flavoured drink with added vitamins, electrolytes, and botanical extracts. Well, we've already done enough damage to our insides with these other 2 fizzy drinks. Let's just crack open a third one. And it fucking stinks. Turmeric should not be involved in drinks. I don't mean to offend any countries that do that traditionally, but honestly, any time I've tasted it from one of these kind of health brands, it has been terrible. It tastes like a candle. Also, I don't really want to drink this without a straw because turmeric tends to stain and permanently stain anything it comes into contact with, and I could do without having teeth that are any yellower than they currently are. Gonna give that one a miss. Doesn't taste too bad though. Moving on, we have 2 products left in this month's box, and they are slightly more Kelly-friendly sweet treats. So let's take a look. We have just a simple bag of... oh my god, these are covered in that fucking syrup. Ah! So we have a bag of Rowntree's Randoms. These are typically just a mixture of kind of foamy and gummy sweets. So I'm probably not going to taste these Rowntree's Randoms because I have had them before. Essentially, it's just a mixture of kind of sour sweets, gummy sweets, foamy sweets. Yeah, quite happy to receive those. I'm sure I will snack on them at some point. The final product in this month's Degustabox are Trek Protein Nut Bars. So we have 3 bars in here, which is quite generous. Typically the Degustabox tends to give us just 1. So these are peanut, almond and soya crunchy bars with dark chocolate and sea salt. They do contain that weird kind of vegetable fiber that the Fiber One bars contain that just really makes you need to poop. They look like the kind of thing I would eat if I was the kind of person who walked up mountains for fun. I'm not. Smells decent, smells very nutty. You can see big kind of chunky nuts and chunky bits of dark chocolate on there. Let's give it a taste. Yeah. R.I.P. my teeth. Honestly, better than I expected. It's sweet, it's salty, really big kind of punchy nut flavour in there. I taste a little bit of the dark chocolate. It's got a good texture. So these contain like 10 grams of protein, which is quite impressive for such a small bar. But as I said, they are very high in that kind of refined fibre. So if you're one that's prone to bloating or a bit of the old IBS, I would say beware. Taste-wise, pretty decent. I'm actually quite happy with this box. It's been in equal parts enjoyable and tragically entertaining. As I said before, if you guys would like to try out your very own Degustabox, I will leave a link in the description box below where you can do so. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the little thumbs up button and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new, because we're doing mental reviews like this, we're doing vlogs, we're doing recipes, all sorts of stuff on this channel all the time. And it would be lovely to have you here. In the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. I have a lot of mess to tidy up and a lot of snacks to finish eating, so I'll see you for the next one.